on big side.
Yeah.
Well, you say it.
But when it comes to Surreal, we have the
utility. They love to use this on the attacking side, and well, it's baited out a good bit of utility. Now they're going to try and accelerate through hookah. Jailers has found one. Casp able to back it up, and now into the 4v4. It is Riens who had the chance.
I think Riens needs to stay alive here, holding onto the elbow position. The flash comes through, and the rest of the stack is coming in from Surreal towards CT.
Surreal still able to keep up 4, and now they follow up with kills. JJ and Riens taking plays down inside of the site. Casper had the chance, but can't find. Drone in, just trying to use that in those late rounds to try and bid out rotation, bid out utility. But often he can do it alone, and that's the cool thing about Gobi.
Yeah, he's going to want to try and send fakes and rotates away. He is typically the one with the spike though, so wherever we see Gobi go is typically where these slight hits come in. But the Sheriffs are working out for Big. Twiston went for the Ego peak 1v2 in hookah and found one. Now Casper's got another, and the resets come in, but it has allowed a bit of space for Surreal to push out. And the third Sheriff kill. It could be a forfeit if Masic's not careful.
Yeah, they're just finding everything. Even got B with a classic, able to land the headshot, and this is a disaster right now. JJ comes through the teleporter, but only to his demise.
For intel to see if it's going to be an A hit or a B hit. Like Masic here does have the teleport that allows him to get out with that headhunter, so it's a nice start. But it is going to be Big trying to take a lot of this.
Oh, here comes the guiding light, just trying to pop them in. Lovely shot of the headhunter. Twiston, not a fan of that, I'm sure. A couple missed shots, but that one will land. Masic finds another 3 kills in this round as Masic gets 4. Okay, Masic, this is ridiculous. It is now being stuck, the defuse being held, and JJ to the head. Spike down last round, couldn't quite close it out. Now with 35 seconds left, it is going to be that fight down towards Showers that works out for Alfire. So opening kill for Surreal at 30 seconds left in the round. Masic knows now. He knows with that trademark collecting information. Oh, this round's a little different though. Masic in the previous couldn't miss a shot, and now he can't land one. 14 seconds left. They're still trying to charge their way through. Remember, Jailers is still up at hookah. With 9 seconds left, Big have not put the spike down. They have to commit to it, and they're doing it with the safety of inside of that tuna can. So no kill for the denial of the plant. And now Big starting to find a couple of kills, but Alfire's turn to pop off on the retake. He's found 3, and his teammate the side. They need to try and get into this matchup. Twiston trying to force the issue in Showers, but ends up just going down to Alfire yet again. And this quick space taking from Big has not really found too much success. Alfire with another. Jailers finally goes down, but Alfire, his second triple kill of the game so far. And now just Obnox in one foul swoop left into the clutch. Now, has taken significant damage, and the flank coming around the backside. Obnox is not going to get away with his life. He'll get a plant, but getting away from this is impossible. Will fall down to the flank, some might say, but nonetheless, Big again. It feels like a war of attrition at the moment. The buy, there hasn't really been a classic eco. It's mainly just been forces and forces into a buy coming up due to the loss bonus. So Big have bought themselves up a significant purchase. And now comes the orbital strike. Tried to use it in the last round. This time will work it to success. Twiston get a lot of ground and was able to remove JJ and Alfire from play. So Viper's pit pop. So many ultimates coming into this, but Jailers just caught out 2. Casper and Obnox go down, and the numbers again evened out at 3-3. And Jailers, nearly gets away with a kill on Twiston. That could have been the final nail in the coffin, Ryan.
Trying to find this Viper. You look at the guns available, it's a Vandal for Masic, who's actually just going to reload on the outside of it. Going to get flanked around in a second by Gobi, so Twiston looking to get the ace.
Yeah, he's done everything in this round. Aslan will close it, prevents the edge, and it will happen. So it's gone now, so no more quick teleport in this position. Now becomes very dangerous to stay in, so Masic has to drop out.
Aldron's even going to be dedicated. And Masic, through the smoke, gets that pick onto Twiston. Gobi was over then. Gobi has that operator too. Now the execute's going to come in onto the A site. The spike is on its own in shot, so that was a little bit risky overall, but the plant is going to come in from Aslan. 4v5 post plant. The ultimate's available. Casper is not too far away from having the Seekers.
Yeah, right now, Big got the spike down fantastic, but the problem has been for them holding on to the site once it's gone down with that ultimate. Aslan tries to slow them, but they're going to run right through the snake bite. Luckily, for the Big side, it is to their demise. Alfire hits the deck. Big now even out the numbers. 4v4 as Rians and Aslan going toe for toe, but Aslan will go a little deeper. Another kill found to equal out at 3, and now got B into the clutch, goes through, and transfers on.
And at that point, because Big have like a big squad now when it comes to the players that they have.
Okay.
Yeah, Casper expecting the crunch too. At least Surreal know where the spike is, but Obnox watching that keenly needs to be careful that he doesn't get taken out by J-List there.
Oh.
There's a bit touch and go yet again.
Yeah, it's just relentless aggression from Surreal, and we see the tour de force online. I mean, you definitely want to go and throw something at it here, Masic. Too much. Masic can really win the round, but if you can do some damage on the way out, you would love that, because Big don't have a lot of cash, unfortunately. So close to the kill, but Obnox will survive on a slip.
Away from when it comes to this buy. Now there is that, again, aggression towards ramp. Masic's close with the operator.
Twister once again wins the battle of Hookah forces. Again, with this amount of time left, Ryan, you don't have to commit anywhere, but they have to realize they may have considered map control, because look at Alfire's push down.
Ooh, that's a nice kill for Twister, and the tag over onto JJ means he has to scramble out with the orbital strike used. He's still trying to hold it to the Showers position, but Zekas is going to give him up as well. There is this wraparound though. Look at where Alfajir is.
Yeah, he has continued this flank around. The whole play has been pushing down middle and getting this flank going. There is a flank coming into the flanker, but the damage has already been done. Obnox removes him, and now just Rian's left. The chances of winning this round for Surreal have become very slim. You know where Rian is, he's so low on health, he has to run away, he has to concede this, and Big will take the lead.
It was chaotic there for a second, really.
The hunt's already on.
I do think that one of the things that's, whilst there's a lot of aspects of Big's play that makes me a little bit angry up and protecting each other.
Yeah, Twister's going to send the boombot up in towards Hookah again, and JJ probably preemptively waiting for the boombot to come in first. Twiston realizes he can peek with the headshot. The element of surprise pays off for the first kill of this round, but Masic, he's had enough of letting this one happen. He gets aggressive into A short, pulls one back on the Headhunter as we're going blow for blow. They might find the spike here if they continue to push forward.
There is this kind of like weird goose chase happening between the two. Yeah, I don't think they've spotted it, but it also could be an open A site if they manage to sneak past.
Oh, so close. Masic nearly lines up a couple of shots, but ends up just blowing the entire barrel away. Not a single kill found from it, but at least one pick has been collected and sets up Alpha here for the clutch.
Maybe even as they're planting, Casper's going to go in for it now.
Yeah.
Looks like with that operator, not watching heaven.
Good Toxic Cloud here too. Wow, there's chance for Alfire to play through it. Now the Showstopper goes out, and looking at the plant, surely has to bleed towards Lamps in this close corner or out towards Showers. Tap on the defuse. Big ballsy play here for Casper. He's calling the bluff. He doesn't think he's sticking it. Now Alfire goes to it, but this time Casper will be close, will be ready for the peak, but Alfire comes off at half and is able to secure the clutch in the 1 versus 2.
It's awkward.
Crazy round again for Big, and that is going to be frustrating, but finally, they've had enough of letting Twiston find that opening in towards Hookah. They wall up, they take the peek over the top, and Rian will come out with the first kill of play, but they not long after treaded it out, and Aslan, deep in Lamps, had a chance to take down a couple, but ends up getting caught from Alfire. Not really up for long there, Alfire. Ends up going down to God beat. Now the Guiding Light going through from Rian's this time, and that spike will be planted here for Big. 3v3, but the res is up.
Is Casper going to try and aggress on this? No, he's going to back out. Obnox, he still has that Molotov, but playing in from Lamps. The Trailblazer is going to try and clear as much as possible, and then Alfajir finds God B. Yeah,
another one found from Alfajir, and he's just been so good in this game so far. Flash goes around, the Guiding Light sets up the peak for Obnox, and he's able to come away with a double.
So was Molly.
Again, 2 players left. Molly is up, but he's no longer up.
Bit of a backstep there. God B again with the operator. It's strange to see him of all players over on it, but it's something that clearly Surreal aren't expecting. And he finds that opening against JJ. That means that the res, which was 1 away, isn't going to be used, I don't think. I think it was 1 away.
I think they just used it last round, so...
Oh yeah, you're right.
They wouldn't have had anything online, but nonetheless, it is a big kill to find it belong. Trailblazer will go through, collects information onto Masic, who then has to drop back out of his position. So Big have taken this distraction towards Belong and thought about a chance maybe to push through lamps. They have got deep in towards it, and Jailor's about to check. Twistin still comes out on top. Now the showstopper set up in the air. Oh, that's their best Nukia impression. Alfire able to come in with one on Twistin, and at 1v4 now for Surreal to try and get 7. Not looking likely at all here with Big already popping that Viper's Pit, and Rien's only the Sky alone.
Orbital strike, almost a Hunter's Fury for Gob 2. Rien's with the Seekers could get a lot done. We've already seen a 1 versus 3, so maybe a 1 versus 4 isn't too much out of the imagination, especially a Surreal player. Rien's is very good at clutching these. That's a good start. That's a great start.
What? That's the Viper's Pit down now, and he's got the Seekers online. He's going to send them out, and okay, yeah, he's decayed, but his health will rapidly rise again, and now he's looking to take this opportunity to get this over half. Seekers go out and create a distraction. They buy enough time. Those shock darts will start to come through, but now they're out, and now Rienz is off the spike. He can go back onto it, but 2 players still for Big. They come into the fight, and Casper will beat him out. Side of Hookah for the time being here. Alfire, he needs to be worried about potential flank around the backside, and also Knox just on the other side of it. Here comes in that Frenzy, and that's landing Twisting off to an absolute flyer, but the spike was always trying to get out through showers, and it's managed to do so. It's in towards the side at A, and Rien's in the mix, able to find Corby's head. So down into the 4v3, make it 3v3, as suddenly Surreal pull this one back.
I just don't know why they wait. They have 5 players advantage in this, and JJ's still able to get more. He's upgraded to the Frenzy, and he's playing in lamps all up to Caspe.
Yeah, it's suddenly turned from a beautiful round for Big to an absolute nightmare, and Casper tries to figure out, is there a chance to pull this back, and once he goes into the
shit going in off the back of this flash, and it does catch Aslan, but only a little bit. The Phantom wins out.
Well, Aslan is doing very well. Big will happily collect that advantage. The unfortunate thing, the res has been invested into this round, and now they're looking to go for it. After showers, Twistin decides to hunt them down and pull that kill once again back in Big's. Now they're in a real rough spot at 20 seconds left, desperately barreling towards this B site, but there's 2 players here, and so this should be a big closer. They're going to send down the molly, but problem is here, Masick is taking 1. Alfire bites his back, but Aslan, Casper, and Obnox to favor, in fact, so we'll see if they can do that. At this point, it's clear intentions for Surreal. They're trying to split into this B site. Got Beast done very well to find the head of Masick early, and the initial attack of Surreal has been weakened and it's been slowed. Now they have to try and figure out how do they draw them into the open. How does Surreal find these picks onto Big to create an even situation? They're trying to make it happen, and Riaz, oh, what? That is a big transfer onto 2 players, but luckily God B is even bigger himself. 3 on the hold, 2 players left for Surreal, and Big in a...
The rest of Big are just playing so passively, they're just waiting for this flank to come in.
Oh, down to 1 inside of the site. That sets up the flank perfectly. Knows exactly where the last player is, and Big will have no problems retaking the site. That looked horrible. When Rien's...
Also, Caspe having a Seekers could just rely on that a little bit more. So Surreal trying to bait that they're going towards A. Thinking that even forcing Trailblazer. Yeah, they're trying to fake towards B, but because of that Trailblazer being used, it's spotted just enough to sort of anchor into these positions. God B needs to be careful, though. If he's playing in this spot, it's a perfect angle against Alfajir. He's going for more. Look at him.
Yeah, Seekers go out with a recon bolt as well. Talks the screen up, and that is going to hold back the forces of Surreal with 25 seconds left. It's a desperate play again through the teleporter. Twistin comes through his own and hits the headshot on Rienz as he tries to drop back, and Surreal now down to just 3 players. This attacking side is looking very linear, and now they continue to run forward. JJ with only 1. Spike has not been planted fully yet. Jailers had to come off it. Now we'll commit to that plant, but holding on to it becomes a different story. You've got to deal with so many players. The swing out from Twistin is stopped by Jailers, but he has taken significant damage, and now 3 players know exactly where he is. They're going to start retaking upon his position. They've got the guiding light, the recon bolts even available, and that regrowth getting Aslan back up to health. It's hard to see how he even gets into this. He's damn close to the transfer, but they've forced him to maneuver to their will, and now Jailers, he's spotting the flank, and it just keeps on coming. Big's aggression doesn't stop, and yeah, well, Jailers is going to put it to a stop. 2 kills found, and that opens up B almost entirely. There is God B still over there towards Hookah, and the rotation coming back to try and bolster this B defense, but the spike's still outside of A, Ryan.
Yeah, they knew that Big have been pushing in these little herds of 2, so Jailers gets 1, expects the other to re-peek a little bit late. It's a smart play. And now Big having utility to use to try and get information, just have to hope to stack at this point. And Surreal found themselves a way in, all things considered. The spike's going to go down. And 4 versus 3. The economy is fine for Big, to be...
People actually feel like this is a golden ticket. Somehow a rope has been thrown down to them to try and pull themselves out of this hole, potentially, to keep this one clean. They have just lost a single player so far. Bigger in the side. Aslan has found another headshot. Now Twisting can get something done here on the retreat from Lamps. He will do just that. Finds the head of Alfire. But now Aslan, the last remaining player, can't really do too much about the damage. He's not really in a position to really even fight Jailers until he swings into the open, and he will actually be... Well, the pick for Twistin is solid to take down the Trailblazer, but what is that? Puts himself in a very compromising position, ends up going down. Will they expect Aslan? That res is coming through. Aslan is still checked. They are ready for the double up in showers, and Surreal commit to the A site with absolute brutality, and Big can't do much about it. You might have to save this one, Big. There's no shot at winning this. It is a safe call.
They have absolutely let Surreal back into this one after playing the Surreal is expecting it. And it is those kind of moments when it comes down, leading the line with this operator. And I think Casper's playing on an off angle here, so he's kind of out in the open.
All right, basic. Yeah, just gets an easy pick there. Gopi ends up going down, and that's the signal to go. That's the signal. So everything you've got at this one. The Seeker's going out. Alfio now diving towards the back of the site. It's actually Twisting this done well there. Aslan and Casper coming through, but Masik starting to have some of that impact that we have been starved of. But it's suddenly a 1v1, and Aslan has to clutch it against JJ, and he's done it for Big.
Vipers put a toxic screen that goes across from Hookah as well, so there's a lot more support coming in from Aslan despite him being on another part of the map, but Offnox,
wow,
shaking up maybe a little bit from the satchels that were coming in from Alpha. Finds that first blood.
From that TP's also come in, and that allows Twistin to swing into the fight. He's won it. A risk play, perhaps. That could have drawn the numbers back to even odds and weakened the A defense entirely, but with Twistin winning it, it now puts the side of Big into pole position, essentially, to take this map win. 42 seconds. TP play is still available for Surreal, but it's unlikely to work.
I think they're leaving it late in the day to use the teleporter to see if they can catch a few more at this point, but there's so many smokes. Oh, look at this.
What?
JJ is absolutely going for it.
No way that's worked. A couple of kills come from it. Just the sheer madness of the play itself. And remember, Twistin is still alongside Aslan, who's actually decided to come through that TP and double up towards Hookah. Masik trying to force them into the fight, but it is disciplined here for Big. They know as soon as that commitment to the spike has come through, it separates it into a 1v3 play, and now they're going to remove that one player, and Gopi will find the follow-up. Big will take it. They will take map 1. It's done in a pretty scrappy style, but nonetheless, the result is the same.
Oh, I mean, it was very touch and go in a lot of these rounds. Even that last one,